Gotta say thank you for Classified and Dave to come on by here.
Thanks for having us
and,
on there.
Thanks a lot for performing for us for some website content for WNOK.com. So you've been in the business for a while. You're from Canada.
I've been up in Canada touring and actually putting up records for almost like 15, maybe 20 years now. So you don't even know now.
Right.
Since like '95, I was like 14. I was putting my little cassettes together and stuff.
So you were actually making mixtapes.
But they weren't called, but it wasn't even called mixtapes. These were albums on cassette or whatever.
Oh, right.
But yeah, when they originally were mixtapes and they're actually on cassette tapes or whatever. But it went from there to, pressing out 1,000 CDs of the next album. And this is my 15th album. And it's like the first real time we've ever came down to the States and really tried to, let people hear the music. So
yeah, because you've won some awards up in Canada.
Yeah, I've been killing it up in Canada. Just having a really great career, touring a lot, and just having a real fan base that, Inner Ninja was definitely my first smash Canadian radio single.
Because that was like the rap song of the year?
Yeah, actually the biggest selling Canadian rap song of all time in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, we just found that out a couple weeks ago. But just for me, it was always more about the touring and, putting the full albums out. We've always had singles and stuff, but we never had that big smash for radio.
Mm-hmm.
And Inner Ninja came over and just took everything to a whole different level.
So how was Inner Ninja created?
Basically like this, me and him sitting in my studio with the guitar. We've worked together, Day Doesn't Die, the first song that we did here today.
Okay.
We did that one before, and then I was like, okay, starting the new album, I knew I wanted to work with Dave again. So we came over and I was just like, play some cool riffs, play some. That's usually how we start songs. I'll start singing a little thing or play a riff, I'll get on the drum machine, start building the beat around it. And we had a whole nother song done, and it was like, an hour left at the studio, and he was like, oh, I got this other one.
Almost forgot it.
Almost forgot it all.
I think I'd gone through like 14
We went through a lot of
songs.
Like
I've been writing songs, because it had been a little while, and that's what I do, I write songs, so I was singing all these different ideas, and he would go, yeah, and then we started working on one, and then just before I left, it was kind of like one of those classic moments where I was like, oh yeah, there's actually this thing, and I went,
yeah, that's kind of funky.
It sounded like nothing else I heard for the day. I was like, what is that? Like, that's what we're working on.
So you wrote the song?
Well, I just had that first hook.
Okay.
I just had like a couple, the two vocal hooks that I do, and then we basically went, let's go at this.
Let's see what we can do. And I wrote my part, then we wrote the kid's part, and the whole Inner Ninja was just like the last minute part where like, did we take it there? Did we not take it there? It was just a lot of, in the studio, me and him have a fun time when we're in the studio, so we're always trying different stuff. And the way it came out when it was done, we were both like, okay, this is something. We got something here.
And you gotta love the way the song goes, and especially since it's summer, it's kind of like one of those things that you can put the top down and kind of enjoy it, and probably empowering as well, and especially when the kids are singing the chorus.
Definitely. I think that was the big part, because originally Dave was singing that.
Right.
And we were like,
just didn't have the same power.
There wasn't something right about it. We were like, let's get some kids to sing this.
Right.
Well, as soon as the kids came on, it was like, this whole song just took a whole new.
Oh, totally.
It almost made it, because people always ask us, like, did you make the song because bullying was a big thing? And we're like, no, like it didn't really feel like that type of track until we put the kids on it, and it was like, okay, this seems like a stand-up song, with a good message,
right.
And the song is about everybody has problems in life. We all have obstacles, and it's about digging down and finding your inner strength and pushing through it.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean? But we wanted to have fun with it. We didn't want to just do it like that, so we did the whole ninja thing. I was a big martial arts kid growing up, and Dave, you actually came up with the whole. I don't even know the Inner Ninja thing came, but we're like, that's dope, man. Let's roll with it.
Well, we went back and forth as to whether it was just too crazy. We were like, is this too much? But then we said, no, this is where it has to go. It's got to be this. So it was an amazing. And the kids really, I mean, as you said, they took it away from just being about our parts, I think.
It made it more of a universal age group to it. I think just,
totally.
Because I find like older people will be like, I love it, I can relate to it. And then kids
I need to find my Inner Ninja to go to work tomorrow.
You got a big party tonight, don't you?
Oh, totally. It's
always
a
drink
party.
up, find that Inner Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your story? I'm like, how did you get into music, and what inspired you to?
Well, I play kind of more roots-based folk music, for a good portion. I mean, that's the main part of my career. But Luke and I met a couple of years ago, and I grew up listening to hip hop, a lot of the same hip hop that he did, but it never became my main thing by any stretch. And then we started to work together, and it was more about the energy of working together. You know what I mean? Like we both are enthusiastic, and we have a lot of energy for working.
Right.
And I think that, and we get along really well. So that was,
and plus
that was
you
it.
feed off of each other.
Well, it totally took me
That's
to
the
a
biggest
different
thing.
place. It took me to a different place. He heard something in my music that I hadn't heard in it, you know, in myself, you know. And I think that it also brought a different twist to what
It's
you were
cool.
doing.
And
So.
for Dave, like he has his own career. He tours
Right.
nonstop in his own world, which is totally different from my world. And then with us doing this song, we just did an EP together where I produced 5 songs for him. It's kind of bridging that gap, and we're starting to notice that whether you're a hip hop head or you're a kid or older people,
Right.
people just seem to be relating to the music in general, which is
Because at the end of the day, music is music.
Yeah, exactly. And we come
Exactly.
at it from such different backgrounds. Like I was more of like a traditional, like Royal Conservatory trumpet player, music theory, and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. Whereas
I can't read a note. I couldn't tell you what's
Wow.
here, but I just know what I like to hear, and when I hear it, I go,
Oh, exactly.
that's cool. Okay, let's do this with that, and he'll go, okay, we can do this. And like you said, it's just the energy of in the studio. Let's try this. No, it's whack. Let's try this. Oh, it's great. And just that energy keeps you going and makes it exciting in the studio.
Cool. So if you're looking for a song to jam out to on the weekend, you can always listen to it on WNOK or iTunes. Check it
iTunes.
out. Inner Ninja. Classified.